people around the world are finally including Americans in the soccer football conversation. And yet, every time I visit London to see my Blues, I meet a heck of a lot of supporters who are downright shocked to meet an American lad who knows so much about the game. I'll tell you, we football fans here across the pond have a lot to offer the sport. Our spirit is refreshing and enthusiastic. Our pure love for the game is just as strong as anyone's in the motherland or anywhere else for that matter. In fact, at this point in our evolution as fans of the sport, we have an overwhelmingly positive, almost familial relationship within the community. Across club lines, Reds and Blues, big clubs and small clubs, top of the table, bottom of the table, it doesn't matter. We're just dying to talk about it. And it's still enough of a niche thing that it's not all too common that you meet somebody who truly follows it. And that's why I'm here, to put my unsolicited, untempered, sometimes hyperbolic, useless opinion on the table for all of you guys to hear, see, and probably ridicule. Welcome to Reading Between the Headlines. Hello football world, Asaf Nissim here to talk to you about my thoughts on the headlines this week. Headline number 1. Chasing the quadruple has come at a cost for Pep's Manchester City as style suffers. Firstly, I'd like to say congratulations to all the City fans out there. And this message to all the non-City fans. They've become too powerful. The force is out of balance. We must band together to take them down. But seriously, hats off to City. They're still playing gorgeous, incredible football that I think we'd all be pretty happy to have at our own clubs. Despite all this hyperbolic nonsense about the style suffering, whatever, I've never been convinced of that whole debate. Since the very beginning, Pep got to the Premier League, everybody was saying, you can't play that football, that style of football. You have to play more direct or more dynamic or more flexible, more versatile instead of your attacking possession-based football. And I think at this point, people who are really flat out peddling that argument are behind the time. I'm actually kind of surprised that Keown, to be fair to him, it's just a headline. He's not like going at it so hard. He's kind of just throwing it in there. But I do think he's alluding to that argument again, and it's just tired, all right? Pep has broken all the records. His team plays the best football in Europe. I mean, arguably the best football in Europe. There are a couple teams that maybe Barcelona, definitely not Real right now. It's nonsense. They look awesome. Okay, so every player, every team, everybody plays badly sometimes. So it's not going to be beautiful. Fine. But by and large, Pep he's not guaranteeing you beautiful football all the time. He's saying, what I do guarantee is that we are going to try to possess the ball the majority of the time. And while we possess the ball, we're going to have the ball in the opponent's half as much as possible and seek to employ every single player in every position as an attacking asset. They've broken all records and look set to continue doing so with the style, with the system, with the spirit of the club and passing, attacking football. You have to celebrate that if you're a fan of the game. Headline number 2. He had passed a medical and posed with the shirt. Fekir's agent reveals how close Frenchman came to joining Liverpool. So here's an interesting one. You all probably remember all the various rumors of all these clubs fighting to secure Nabil Fekir's signature. And it sort of dwindled out and came to nothing, as most of these things usually do. But this one took a turn for the absurd. They legit had this guy posing for photos in a Liverpool shirt when, they realized, during his medical, he's got some sort of, a niggle in the knee. It seems to me that if it would have been a bad knee injury, he probably wouldn't be playing so much right now at Lyon, or with France for that matter. But apparently they notice he has a knee injury and they start haggling over his reported £53 million price tag, which in today's market is actually pretty decent for a player of his stature. This guy is pretty fantastic. If you guys haven't seen his highlights, they're really, really good. I gotta say, I really enjoy them. This guy is pretty exceptional on the ball. He's got vision. He's got stamina. He runs all day. Yeah, I really like him a lot. And honestly, their loss is everybody else's gain. I'm thinking anybody would be happy to have this dude. He's appeared for Lyon 24 times and netted 9 goals, which is actually pretty decent for a number 10. And those aren't his best numbers. He did better last season. So let's all be happy to guess that Liverpool didn't get him, because it doesn't look like he's going to stay at Lyon. And who knows? Maybe one of us will get him. That'll be exciting. Speaking of transfer sagas that the media seem hell-bent on unendingly grinding into our faces, headline number 3. Real Madrid won't meet Chelsea's £100 million asking price for Eden Hazard, and will ask Belgian star to force dream transfer to Bernabeu. The transfer that started at infinity and continues towards infinity. Apparently Eden Hazard is going to Real Madrid. Most likely. Have you heard of this? When will this stupid thing just end? Can we at least stop talking about it? Chelsea fans in particular are sick of hearing it. But hey, I'm a glass half full kind of guy. Maybe this is an attempt to inoculate Chelsea fans from heartbreak by droning on and on and on ad nauseum until we're finally happy enough to just rip the scab off and send Eden Hazard into Thibaut Courtois' desperate gangly arms. Not gonna lie, it's kind of fun watching Real and Courtois struggle. I mean, 3 Champions Leagues are enough, okay? Headline number 4. Carroll's West Ham career over. Hammers will let striker leave for free this summer, as ankle surgery rules him out for the rest of the season. You've got to feel bad for Andy Carroll. It wasn't too long ago that he was off to Liverpool for an admittedly exorbitant price tag at the time, but we expected goals. After a really promising start with Newcastle, he felt like something of an aggressive, goal-scoring force. It didn't quite turn out that way, and basically we've seen another talented young player's career mired by injuries. It just goes to show that old adage about being healthy being arguably more important than being tremendously talented has some serious truth to it. You could be better than Lionel Messi. I mean, you probably can't, but let's just say you could. But if you're in and out of surgery, in between limited minutes on the pitch, it's safe to say that you're not going to have the lasting impact on the game that most of these young, bright stars dream of. Jack Wilshere is the prototypical case. I mean, it's sad to say, but he's kind of become the go-to joke in England with regards to a player being injured all the time. That's gotta suck. I can't imagine being so tremendously talented and working so damn hard on this one thing for my entire life and never really getting to unleash, at least on a consistent basis. So I just hope for the best for both of them. Headline number 5. Rodgers salutes Vardy after surpassing Lineker's Leicester goals haul. I'm a big fan of Jamie Vardy. He's now got 104 goals for Leicester and 6 goals in 5 matches under new boss Brendan Rodgers. I feel like if you don't like Vardy, you don't appreciate the beauty and magic of football. This guy's story is so fantastic that I don't even want to tell it here because I don't think I'll do it justice. But in short, he at an advanced age set the world ablaze with his immense skill, athleticism, and nose for a goal. While there are so many integral players that helped the Foxes to their unprecedented, possibly greatest feat in sports history, Conte, Mahrez, Wes Morgan, Robert Huth, Danny Drinkwater, we all kind of feel like Vardy is the poster boy. And he earned it. His first senior England call-up was at the age 28, and he managed to score 7 goals for the Three Lions, despite never really being first choice. You'd be hard-pressed to convince me that this dude couldn't just slot in anywhere and get goals. He could go to Real Madrid tomorrow and get goals. He could go anywhere and make a difference. But anyway, congrats to this titan of a man. Headline number 6. Pele feeling much better after being treated with antibiotics for urinary tract infection. Brazil legend tells fans, "Thank you for all your love." You know you're a footballing god when you're 78 years old and every time you visit a hospital, it's a headline. Pretty sure by now we all know Pele's entire medical history. Thanks for the update on Pele's urinary health, Daily Mail. And to think, I could be sitting here, right now, having never known. Thank you guys for tuning in to the first episode of Reading Between the Headlines. Remember, I'm just one man with an opinion. And the internet. And on the internet, everyone's an expert. If you liked today's video, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know which of my 5 favorite goals this week you liked the most. And if I missed any, you know where to let me know. Bye!